Greetings, one and all. I hope you're all sitting comfortably, boys and girls, as it's NHL story time. Today we are delving through the NHL history books to discover 5 origins of NHL trophies awarded to players every year in the National Hockey League. Without further ado, let us begin. We start with the Bill Masterton Trophy. Now, we all know the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy is awarded every year to an NHL player who best exemplifies the qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to ice hockey. But how many of you actually know who Bill Masterton was? Well, if you don't, then let me tell you. Bill Masterton was a Winnipeg-born ice hockey player who joined the Minnesota North Stars in the 1967-68 season after struggling to crack the Montreal Canadiens roster for several years prior, and he scored the first ever goal for the Minnesota North Stars franchise after the franchise was given a team in the 1967 expansion draft. On January 13th, 1968, Masterton died in a contest against the Oakland Seals as a direct result of massive head injuries following a hit during the game. The hit saw Masterton converged on by 2 Seals players, and Masterton was knocked backwards and landed on his head, where he began bleeding profusely from the nose, ears and mouth, and lost consciousness several times. Masterton died 30 hours later after never regaining consciousness. Also, Masterton is the only player in NHL history to die as a direct result of an injury suffered on the ice. The result of Masterton's death was an immediate debate on whether players should wear helmets and whether it should be compulsory. Even though it took roughly 11 years after Masterton's death for helmets to become compulsory, helmets slowly started to enter the league more often. 3 years later than the event, 6 Minnesota North Stars players were wearing helmets, which was the most of any team at that point. That's about a third of the team, roughly. Also, Masterton's number 19 that he wore with the North Stars was pulled out of circulation from the North Stars organisation after his death, and it was formally retired in 1987. This honour followed the franchise as it relocated to Dallas to become the Dallas Stars. So now you know why the trophy is named after Bill Masterton. It's quite a sad story, but in my opinion, it's well deserved and the perfect way to honour a man who made the ultimate sacrifice playing the game he loved. Next up, we have the Vezina Trophy. The Vezina Trophy is of course given to the best goaltender in the league throughout the regular season. But why is the trophy named after Vezina? Joseph Jorge or Georges Gonzagu, I've pronounced this really badly, Gonzagu Vezina, he played 7 seasons in the National Hockey Association and 9 in the National Hockey League, all with the Montreal Canadiens. After being signed in the year 1910, so over 100 years ago, Vezina played in 327 consecutive regular season games and a further 39 playoff games, before leaving early in his career during a game in 1925 with illness. It turned out that Vezina had been diagnosed with tuberculosis, or TB, and died on March 27th, 1926, roughly a year after he left that game early. After Vezina's death at the start of the 1926-1927 season, the Canadiens donated a trophy named after Vezina as an award to the goaltender who allowed the fewest goals during the regular season, which remained the rule until 1981, where it changed to its current criteria. Bonus fact, when the Hockey Hall of Fame opened in 1945, Vezina was one of the original 9 inductees and has been included on the NHL 100 Best Players list. We move on now to the Lady Byng Trophy. The Lady Byng Trophy is awarded to the player adjudged to have exhibited the best type of sportsmanship and gentlemanly conduct, combined with a high standard of playing ability. But who is Lady Byng and why is there a trophy named after her? Well, Lady Byng is actually Evelyn Byng, the Viscountess Byng of Vimy, I think it's Vimy, who was wife to the 12th Governor of Canada between the years 1921 and 1926. Both Lord and Lady Byng were keen ice hockey fans. They attended many Ottawa Senators games and donated the trophy to the National Hockey League because Lady Byng appreciated gentlemanly play and good sportsmanship, and she wanted to encourage and reward it. So she wanted to give the players that played by the rules and did a solid job and made an impact, she wanted to give them an award. And who said the NHL was only a man's sport, eh? Yeah, that's right. Penultimately, we have the Conn Smythe Trophy. The Conn Smythe Trophy is awarded to the player judged most valuable to his team during the NHL playoffs. But the story of Conn Smythe is quite an interesting one. Conn Smythe was a businessman, soldier, and sportsman in both ice hockey and horse racing. He is best known as being the principal owner of the Toronto Maple Leafs from the years 1927 to 1961, and he helped build Maple Leaf Gardens. His name appears on the Stanley Cup 8 times between the years 1932 and 1962. Smythe served also in both World Wars. He organised his own artillery battery in World War II and was a big supporter of the Ontario Society for Crippled Children. What a life Conn Smythe had. He survived and fought through 2 world wars. He was a very charitable man with the Ontario Society for Crippled Children, and he helped to create and run one of the biggest ice hockey teams in the world. No wonder he was given a trophy after him. No wonder he's got a trophy after his name. It makes complete sense. Now finally, we have the King Clancy Trophy. The King Clancy Trophy is awarded to the NHL player who best exemplifies leadership qualities on and off the ice and who has made a significant humanitarian contribution to his community. What is the story behind this trophy, you may ask? Well, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Francis Michael King Clancy played 16 seasons with the Ottawa Senators and Toronto Maple Leafs of the National Hockey League. He won the Stanley Cup 3 times and won All-Star honours before retiring as a player in 1937. After retirement, Clancy became a coach for the Montreal Maroons, then worked as an NHL referee, and after that he joined the Maple Leafs as a coach and then a team executive until his death in 1986. It should come as no surprise that Clancy was named as part of the NHL 100 due to his dedication and contribution to the NHL. So, he played like 16 years in the NHL. He then went on to be a coach. He went on to be a referee. He basically did a bit of everything, didn't he? Let's be honest. So I'm not surprised he's got a trophy after him either. Now, the nickname of King, in case you guys are wondering, bit of a bonus fact here. The nickname of King originates from his father, who played American football for Ottawa, or as you Americans call it, football. It's not football. Anyway, so the football at the time, when players were playing American football, the ball was heeled instead of snapped, and Clancy's father was very good at it, getting the nickname King of the Heelers, or King for short, which was then transferred to his son, King Clancy of the NHL, who kept the name due to his long and illustrious career. And there you have it! Those were 5 NHL trophies and why they have the names they have. What do you think about these trophies? Which trophy of those 5 is your favourite? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what you guys think. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or watch some of my other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye!